Hello guys, this is IntoCryptoSpace. Let's talk about Crow with Knife. CAW. What is up guys, what is up on my birthday morning? Look at this, a fat reversal coming in with Crow with Knife. So funny enough, I find myself in Boston yesterday, right, celebrating my girl. And come this morning, finally start looking in, getting back into, social media, Twitter, looking at all my crypto investments, and then all of a sudden I see that we're up almost 100% on the day, which is phenomenal. I look at the chart and then quite simply feeling successfully validated because off my last video where I gave my opinion and my strategy to get back into double fold, triple fold into this project was that mentioning that the 30 to 32 million market cap region was going to be retested. And that's going to be where I look for re-entry. Unfortunately, I was busy, conveniently. Everybody has a story. You're busy. You stepped away. It was the moment you touch grass that you see something like this happen. The opportunity presented itself. And quite simply, the community saw it as a fire sale. And at this present time, within the next 12 hours, huge reversal started happening. The momentum going back topside is almost straight up 100%. Being at a 31, 62 would have been a straight 100% gain from the previous 24 hours, which is intense. So into crypto space, what does this mean? What does this mean for the short term of Crow with Knife? Well, first of all, this is great. It just means that this region is ever so much more validated as the support line, where if breaking down beneath this, that's where we're going to have some trouble, where the last support line for this project will probably be at the 26 mil. But bear in mind, before anyone gets bearish here, right, is that the 2 million, 3 million of liquidity that was paired up and locked by VVS, that will never get down to certain levels. So the 60 mil, this 26 mil market cap region is the region where if you're looking for any hard investment, that's probably the safest you'll ever get in this project. Not saying it's going to go down, but just for the information to be had. Now beyond that, short term, how we looking? So the thing is, right, everybody has paid attention to what else is going on right now, specifically with Mary, right? So as you guys already know, that if there's any good news in terms of, VVS helping with liquidity, we're all going to speculate, and that's everybody is going to speculate of a CDC listing for that crypto. Doesn't mean that this token is going to crash. I'm just saying that during that time, it might have to trade sideways up until all that aftermath has settled, right? After that, as long as we can trade sideways here and it's not continuing to retest the support, it's gonna launch. It's gonna launch. I've always said from the day one, right? As soon as this started happening, you need it to cool off. All these whales that have 10x, 50x gains, they're gonna need to sell off. And they're not. And some of them, unfortunately, the whales that were in this project, some of them got out immediately, and the others decided to slowly sell throughout this period of time. And this is where I very much admire Destruction, because when he was trying to sell, he didn't play this long, drawn-out game of selling. He sold. So, matter of sell pressure, it happened immediately, and it was like a quick Band-Aid. So these other whales have started selling off, and we're getting back to this point. Thankfully, one would hope a lot of them have exited, and all these new whales that have started accumulating, they're looking to at least make 2x on their investment going down. See all these green candles going up? These are new whales establishing their bags and DCAing, and they're looking for at least a 2x, bare minimum, and then beyond that, a 5x, 10x. So now you have a lot of these whales that's going to be setting up the new foundation, new floor for this token as soon as it starts pumping up again. But there is a couple of obstacles that we have to deal with, right? So I'm thinking as long as we don't get back down here, And if it does, see it as an opportunity, guys. Like I said, I doubt we ever go underneath this support line, 26 right over. So that's the 30, and I believe right here. So the 26.17, right? If you see this anywhere close to this, see it as a bargain that it is, and definitely get in. And beyond that, I've been really into setting up liquidity pairs, because what ends up happening is that as you get into a liquidity pair at a certain price point, you're making all that free money on transaction volume. And this token putting out 2 to 3 million a day, setting up even 0.5% of a pool towards your liquidity pair, you're making money. But regardless, figure out your strategy and figure out what you're going to be doing, especially at points like this week where other projects might take some hype. But beyond that, this is where you should really start to get bullish on a return of Crow with Knife. Because beyond this week, I really do think it's go time. Now, in terms of my opinion, this community still has it. It being that culture, it being that energy that is needed to propel this into new all-time highs. You think they've been crazy in terms of social media presence on all these downtrends for the last 2 weeks? Imagine when this starts going, they're going to get so much more attention. They're going to push well over 10,000 holders. And the amount of money, the amount of eyes that is going to be pulled by this project once it starts pumping up again is going to be crazy. So this was within a 12-hour period. And when it comes to these candles, right, 5 a.m. So within 7 hours, they doubled up their market cap. They have doubled up their market cap. With that being said, with all the eyes, all the exposure that they have, the moment this starts going up into the 70s, into the 80s, into the 90s, everybody's going to want to be a part of it. And that is when it's going to be the reverse FOMO of FOMO, where all these sells, everybody's looking to sell. But the moment it starts going up, oh my God, the amount of sellers' remorse, sellers' regret, they're going to want to get in, because the moment they sold anywhere here, they're like, wow, I will not lose my chance to 5x my bag, 2x my bag. And when I say 5x, this could be in a matter of a day. Nobody's going to miss that chance, because everybody knows wholeheartedly that the community here is not to be messed with. And to finish off, let's talk about their stats, right? So Crypto.com is still just above a 25% holding of this token, this project. I believe one of them is their main account, and then this account right here is their withdrawals. So I believe this is the market maker for them. Buys and sells on the exchange will go through this wallet address. I believe so. But regardless, both of these are definitely owned by Crypto.com, pushing well over 25%, pushing well over $14 million. And at one point, I saw this well over 25, which is pretty intense. It makes you feel quite bullish when you see the exchange really have that much backing of a token, especially when it's on their ecosystem. And along with that, in terms of liquidity providers, VVS has an upwards of 20 to 21% locked of Crow and Knife. And I believe Craftsman, this wallet, it's all dependent on the individuals staking their tokens, right? So this includes everything with VVS, plus those that decide to stake Crow and Knife for any of the assets provided on the VVS platform as well. So that's a double hitter. Now talking about volume, here we are on the last 24 hours. So the BITMART and Crypto.com exchange has been lowering. Obviously, with people holding their bags and not selling, they're just waiting for the opportunities. Stuff like this, charts like this, make people want to start buying again. And honestly, the volume in there is not the biggest thing. We need the volume on the DEXs, because that's going to be the true price action for this project. And with that being said, we're pushing over 4 million on the chart, And then obviously shown on Deck Screener, we're actually at a 5.2 million liquidity for the last 24 hours. Market cap pushing at 56 mil currently at the time of this recording. As always, guys, do your own research. This isn't financial advice. I remain transparent to say that I have a bag of Crow with Knife. I have an LP set up for the project, and even though it would go down for the short term, I do expect this to go down just slightly more. And when it does, and there's no more really eyes being taken away from the project, I think this is really going to soar. I'm looking to double, triple down my investment around that 32 mil market cap region. Unfortunately, I missed it yesterday. I am so looking to be there again and really set up the LPs, strengthen the project even more, and just enjoy the ride back up there with you guys. Truly. Thank you again for the likes, the sub, and the comments. It really means a lot. Twitter, YouTube are popping off, and I remain a content creator for this community. This is IntoCryptoSpace. Until next time.